Welcome guys, it's Glen from Launch. Today I'm just going to unbox the new PAD 7 and what comes into the basic kit. PAD 7 is designed for module increase, so you can add the modules to the PAD 7 to increase your diagnostic capabilities. The very first thing, before you open the case, make sure the launch is actually facing upwards, just in case something's moved in transport. Unclip the clips and just remove the foam protection. Just undo the security straps and you can remove the tablet. Now with the new PAD 7, it actually has a lot larger screen, a 13-inch screen. It has a number of carry handles, which is the main one, which is the main one that you will use. Also, it has a handle area at the back that you can actually hook onto the bonnet of the vehicle when you're doing the diagnosis inside the vehicle engine bay. Also, adjustable handle that you hook on the steering wheel or lay it on a bench to perform your diagnostics. We'll cover the functions later regarding the operation of the PAD 7 itself. Also in the kit, we have a new VCI. It's part of our SmartLink products. It actually has all-in-one, so we actually do the passenger vehicles and also commercial vehicles if the software has been purchased. It has the ability actually to do the pass-through programming. The connector itself has a small LCD screen to indicate what mode it's actually operating in. One end of the connection, you have the port for the vehicle, so it plugs into the 16-pin OBD plug and extension cable out. The other end has a network cable, also a USB cable regarding if you're doing programming, you're probably best off to use the USB into a PC if you're doing the remote diagnosis, and a power port. The VCI also is part of our SmartLink, as I mentioned before, where we can actually do the remote diagnosis by using the connector and hooking it up to the network and performing a remote diagnosis directly to the vehicle. In the basic kit, on the other end of the lid, you open up the two doors, and in that area you will have the manual that has the registration. So when you receive your unit, you may need to register the unit and download the software. It comes with a mains power source, so if you're required to charge up the tablet and you plug into the mains. In the kit we'll have a number of different connectors regarding non-OBD connections to the vehicle, so we do the older vehicles, and this will vary from the region that you are in, depending upon what connectors are required. Also in the kit will come with the USB cable hook up between the tablet and the VCI, as I mentioned before. Other part of the kit will come with the extension to the VCI and the vehicle itself if you're required to extend it. Also a pair of alligator clips for the power source if you need to power up the diagnostic or VCI, or charge up the tablet if you're required. In the kit will also come a number of different connectors. This is including the BMW 38 pin and the BMW and also the Mercedes pin. As I mentioned before, in each of the regions you'll have different connectors, so we actually have the Toyota and Kia connections, so that also comes in the kit as standard. Now with the PAD 7, as I mentioned earlier, it actually is capable of increasing its module and capabilities. So we actually can add now to a 4-channel scope that we've introduced directly USB to the tablet itself. This gives us the ability to actually do the scoping if you're required to do at the back of the vehicle or the front of the vehicle. And at the same time with the PAD 7, we can actually do the scope on the screen and see the wave patterns and the signals, at the same time as view the live data regarding the VCI. And that's unique to the PAD 7 too. Other modules include the S2-1 sensor simulation unit box that becomes a signal generator that we can actually generate signals and emulate the sensor to the ECU, and at the same time look at the data via the VCI if we require. So we don't need separate units, and also we can have this hooked directly to the tablet at the front of the vehicle, but the VCI is wireless inside the vehicle. It also is a multimeter, so it reads the voltage and also ohms, and what comes with a multimeter and graphing. Also in the kit you can increase is a Videoscope. Again, if you're in tight areas and you're required to have a camera available and take photos, we also have the unit that is capable of plugging into it. One of the new products that's been released this year is a battery tester. So now we have a wireless battery tester, and it's as simple as connecting the red to the positive, black to the negative, and linking the tablet up, and then you can actually do a complete battery test and also an alternator ripple test at the same time while you're doing diagnosis. The next product that has been released this year is what we call a Prog, X-Prog 3. This gives us the capability of cloning ECUs and programming keys where the security system is required to access before we can actually read the program and rewrite the program for a transmission and so forth. And this is also can be added to the PAD 7. Now going back to the PAD 7 tablet itself, as I mentioned, it has a 13-inch tablet screen, touch screen, with Gorilla Glass, as we call it. It has a number of ports. One is the on-off button, the plus and minus at this end regarding the volume of the speakers. It has a built-in 2 cameras, one at the front and one at the rear, and also a built-in light. So you actually can turn the LED on to see underneath the dash if you're required to, and also acts as a flash for the camera. The other end we have a ports regarding HDMI and an SD card expansion. Also a in and out ports regarding USB-C and also the USB-A if you require that, and a DC power source to use as charging up the tablet itself. And as I mentioned before, the tablet itself is a lot larger and a lot sturdier of the previous models.